Hey everybody, this is the Boobs Can Cook show. I'm Boobs, and today we're going to be making a vegan gnocchi. And to start with the vegan gnocchi, there are several steps, but you start off with some potatoes. And there's different ways you can prepare the potatoes. Some people boil them, and then some people bake them. In either preparation, you need to take the skin off. So I actually baked these today in a 425-degree oven, and then I let them cool. And I did that for about 45 minutes. Then I let them cool, and then they're ready to shred. I don't have a potato ricer. Some of the research I've done have said that you should either rice the potatoes or use a cheese grater to grate the potatoes. And so I'm going to try that out today. Usually I'll mash them. I've actually never done a recipe for gnocchi using a baked potato, so we'll see how that comes out. It's supposed to make it more fluffy. And if the potato gets too wet, like if you boil it, it will tend to get the dough too gummy. So that's the thing, you want to prevent it from being a gummy dough. Now, if the dough or if the potatoes get a little bit too dry, these feel kind of nice right now, but if they get too dry, you can add oil. But right now I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to salt the potato, and then I'm also going to salt the water. This is maybe about a half teaspoon. And this is probably about a couple of cups of potato. And I put a couple of cups of flour or so in this sieve. I think that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to cover a towel on this and let it rest for about 10 minutes. Okay, everybody, I'm back. The dough has rested. I started to roll out some logs to make some test gnocchi to see if it would turn out okay. So I have a few little dough logs. Basically, you'll cut the dough in half once it's rested, and then you'll portion those out. I portion these out in half and then into thirds for each half. And then you want to lightly, gently roll out some dough logs. I rolled out all the logs, the dough logs, and we're going to go ahead and make it into the gnocchi shape. So these can just be little quick, tiny little, don't make them too big, otherwise you'll have jumbo gnocchi. They should be about half an inch size, not quite an inch size. And we'll just go ahead and try to get this done quickly. Okay, so as you can see, we have a whole pile here now of all these little bits. There's different methods that people use to make the shape of the gnocchi. Sometimes they roll it on the back of their fork. Some people have a board for their gnocchi, an actual gnocchi board, but I'm not that fancy and I'm not that coordinated. So basically I just take the back of the fork, I put the gnocchi right here. I don't wonder if you can see that. Right on the cutting board, and then I just roll it into the gnocchi shape, into the gnocchi design. So I'll go ahead and roll these. Okay. So we have all these little shapes ready to go, all these little dumplings. Nice little pile ready to go. You can actually freeze gnocchi if you want, if you don't want to eat all this at one time. But I do. I want to eat all this right now. And the water is just about ready to boil. So I'm going to cut this for a minute so I can get the camera set up differently. But I wanted to show you the mushrooms that I have cooked or chopped up, ready to go. I have portobello mushrooms, onions, and garlic ready to go. It smells good in here. So first I'm going to cook the gnocchi and let it cool for just a bit, and then I'm going to put the butter, or the Earth Balance vegan butter, in the pan along with some olive oil, and I'm going to actually fry up the gnocchi a little bit and add the mushrooms, the garlic, onions, spinach, and a bit of different spices, some plant-based milk, and just make a nice creamy sauce, maybe some wine, and we'll see how it turns out in the end. All right, everybody, we're at the end of the show. The gnocchi is done. It's ready to taste. Let me have a sip first. Ooh. I can't wait to jump into this pillowy bowl of gnocchi with mushrooms, spinach, garlic, onion. It's gonna be great. Oh, it's hot. Mm. Oh, that's delicious. That turned out really good. I hope everyone has a great rest of their weekend. I hope that you stay safe. And cheers to everybody. Oh, it's damn good. Mm-hmm.